I'm sowing seeds inside today because I didn't feel like dealing with being eaten alive by mosquitoes. So I thought I deserved a little escape. We're going to be starting some of the cool season fall crops today. I got my seed trays here and my soil ready to go. The seed trays that I use are the Bootstrap Farmer and Epic Gardening trays. They're both really good. I didn't know about Bootstrap Farmer when I purchased the Epic Gardening trays. I do like the Epic Gardening trays just like a teensy bit better, but per unit, the Bootstrap Farmer is a lot more affordable. So for how much more I like these Epic Gardening ones, it'd be a personal choice to decide if that's worth the extra cost per unit. Up to you. I think both are a good option. So I have a little garden journal here. I have this printable template, I guess you would call it, from the Greenstock Garden. I've wanted a garden journal for a long time, but all the garden journals you look at online, they don't give you a preview of what the pages actually look like. So I just decided to go for this printable version. But a month or so ago, I sat down and started, like here is July. I had some tasks written down, some things to sow and start. And now we're in August. I use these growing guides from Growing in the Garden. There's one, Angela from Growing in the Garden. She's an Arizona gardener. She has a separate one for flowers and for vegetables and herbs. So I use these because it kind of gives you rough estimates of when to, sow or transplant, and when to do indoor seed starting. So I use this as a guide based on my best judgment, and I wrote down when I kind of wanted to start things. This was this weekend and I didn't get around to it. Ooh, I have on here penstemons, but I'll have to check to see if I cold vernalize these. But I have a list of cool season things. I've got veggies and I have flowers that I want to start. I'm gonna check off salvia because I started a good amount of those last round. Scabiosa, hollyhock, echinacea, rudbeckia, carnation, chamomile, alyssum, penstemon. I might just do veggies today. I'm going out of town this weekend, and I think a lot of these flowers might germinate a little slowly, and I want to be here to make sure the surface doesn't dry out. So I might not do these. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And these are 12 trays. Oh, I just did alyssum yesterday. Or a few days ago, actually. So if I have one tray, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That leaves 4. Maybe we'll do some scabiosa, because I don't think that's actually frost hardy, and I was just going based off of that calendar there. So I think probably the sooner the better. So we'll do some scabiosa. The echinacea I'm gonna leave for when I come back. We can do chamomile. That's probably good because I can do a couple trays of each. Okay, so we're gonna do artichokes, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, kale, lettuce, celery, scabiosa, and chamomile. I'm gonna do a 6 cell of each. The good thing is we have plenty of time to do seed starting. We can grow through the winter. All of these things, except for I'm not sure about the scabiosa, but all of the like cool flowers or brassicas, lettuce, things like that. They do survive our winters. We do get frost, but if we do get them, it's only a handful of times, sporadically spread about. So we can grow all the way through winter. The good thing about our climate for seed starting is we have plenty of time. I wanted to make this quick video to let you know it's time to definitely start thinking about fall and starting some plants, but you do have plenty of time if you live in, well, I guess my climate or similar climates where you're not gonna get too cold and you're still a couple months out from your first frost. I'm still a few months out from my first frost, estimated first frost. It was like a month late last year, but if it comes on its estimate, what's today? We're like the end of August, so there would still be September, October, November, so I still have 3 months. So there's plenty of time, but the part that keeps you humble is I haven't had a lot of success with true fall gardening. We don't really have a fall. We kind of go from summer to our winter, which I guess would be feel similar to other people's fall, except for it is actually deep into the fall and early winter for the sun hours, daylight hours, and the sun strength. So even though it doesn't get cold enough to where we have to stop gardening, things don't really grow all that much because the sunlight is so little. And then you kind of have to push it into that later part of the year, because if you put it out too early, it's still too hot. Like when I look at the expected weather for October even, there's still most days in the 90s. So that can be kind of our struggle. Last year I put stuff out, I think it was exactly September 30th. I remember it was like right at the end of September, I think September 30th. And all those brassicas that I put out, they grew all the way through until like even February, and they just weren't as good as the ones that I ended up putting out in like December, January. Those ones were much happier. I think they got stunted because it was too hot. So when I started all those seeds indoors last year was at the end of July. That's why I kind of pushed it out an extra month, and I'm doing towards the end of August this time. It's not that I know what I want to start. I like to start with writing out the tags first, because you get your hands dirty and all that good stuff. I got these black tags here and a white paint pen. You can clean these off and reuse them, so I really like it. I also have been doing some planning, mapping out where things are gonna go to kind of get a rough idea of how many of everything to start. Oh, I'm missing a page. Oh, it's over here. How many of everything to start. So I've got kind of like a rough estimate, but like I said, we have plenty of time, and I'm not 100% sold if these are even going to be my happiest, because like I said, last year, my best round of crops were actually the ones that I transplanted in January and December. So I'm just going to be starting 6 of each. That is more than what I have written down, but I also did not account for any of my green stalks. I like to plan out but leave a lot of empty spaces, because I know nothing ever goes according to plan, and I know I'm going to be a menace and just start popping things in random places. So to plan for that, I don't like to have a very strict, this must go here. So ooh, you know what? I actually think it's going to be only veggies today, because I didn't think about different varieties. I don't think I'll have enough trays to do flowers, but that's okay, because I kind of wanted to push those off till next time anyways. So let's look through our cabbage and see what we want to do. I have an all seasons cabbage. Oh, All season cabbage lives up to its name. Versatile, dependable cabbage variety. This medium-sized, round heads, blah, blah, blah. I just need to know why it says all seasons. The cabbage's adaptability is its hallmark, thriving in various climates and seasons from spring to fall. Its hardy nature is resistant to bolting, ensuring a consistent harvest. My cabbages didn't bolt. Besides the Napa cabbages, those definitely bolt. I didn't get a single bite. But my cabbages didn't bolt, but they definitely were stunted. They just stayed little, the ones that I planted out at the end of September when it was still too hot. But I want to try this early Jersey Wakefield. I think I'm gonna save this for a later round. What is this? Golden Acre. Nothing special about that. Oh, goodness. Whoopsie daisy. Didn't pay attention to life. Oh, they're both from 2024. 300 seeds. This one feels more full, so I think I'm gonna not open that one, and we'll open the burpee one. This is the one I grew last year. They got so big and beautiful. Copenhagen Market. They were so pretty, but they definitely did great. The ones that I transplanted in winter, so I think I'll save that one as well. This one bolted, so definitely if I'm going to try that again, it's going to be the later round. Baby Choy. I don't even know what happened, whether it died or bolted or did nothing. All of these, so I think I'll save that for a later round. Definitely like red cabbage. Bruh, I'm a hot mess. I have two of the Copenhagen. I thought I had more Napa cabbage. I thought I had bought another variety that was bolt resistant, but maybe I was just online shopping and didn't check out. So I've got two cabbages that I want to do. Let's pick artichokes, Brussels sprouts is on the list. Broccoli. This one is one that just really didn't do anything for me. I planted it again at the end of September, and I got a few little side shoots. I didn't get the main head, but I got a few little side shoots like all the way in March when we were already starting to get warm. So it definitely wasn't going to give me a head before it bolted. But you know, time to try again. Sun King Hybrid. This broccoli has exceptional heat tolerance. Definitely gonna start some of that. Early purple sprouting broccoli. What's the difference? This is a burgundy broccoli. Creates one small main head, but the real show starts to produce generous side shoots. Tender, flavorful, a bit fickle, needing cool temperatures. It's not tolerant of a wide range of temperatures, which means a longer harvest period. So this isn't open, and this is, and I didn't have the best of luck with this last year, so we'll try that. Burgundy purple. This is OG green broccoli. That definitely gave me nothing. Bolted straight away. Same with the Waltham broccoli. I'll probably come back and do a round of this later, but for now I'm definitely gonna, for our classic green broccoli, gonna do this Sun King. And then I think I'm gonna do this Spring Rob Rapini broccoli. Yeah. Lots of carrots. Carrots, carrots, carrot, cover crop, a Romanesco cauliflower. I didn't have the best luck with cauliflower. I did end up getting a couple of heads and they were so pretty. So I'm definitely not gonna give up, but gonna be weary. Ooh, celery. This is pretty. I don't think I even have a regular celery, but that's what I wanted. I don't have a white cauliflower. I do. What happened to it? Okay, I don't want to forget. I am looking for my white cauliflower, but in the meantime, let's keep doing some lettuce. Merlot. My favorite lettuce was, ooh, this is a new one, Crisp Head Improved. I definitely want to try that. Butter Crunch, that's a nice one too. But my favorite was this one. They were just so pretty. They were like purple, but when you took the leaves out, the inside was like a pretty mix of purple and green. Okay, I am missing seeds. I know for sure I ordered a big version of this. What did I do with this? Red romaine lettuce. What did I do with that? Did I put it with the greens? I did. Silly me. This is another red romaine. I don't know if they're exactly the same. This, of course, is an illustration, but the color was closer to this in real life. But this is like a full-size one. So I want both for sure. And while we're in here, I'm trying to see if I can find my... Nope, my cauliflower is not in here. But I did want to do some kale. So I got the dazzling blue. The red Russian was interesting, but maybe I'll do 3 and 3. All right, I don't have time to keep looking for that, so I'll have to find my white cauliflower later or buy another one if I did something crazy that I don't remember from last year. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so a couple of things are gonna have to share. Okay, so this is only 12 trays. So my 2 kales, I'll do 3 and 3. One more thing needs to share. Rapini, my cabbages. I don't really need 6 artichokes. And I had another round of Brussels sprouts already started. Brussels sprouts are a much longer, well, I guess they're all long days to harvest, all brassicas. Oh no, this is an artichoke. Days to harvest. I do love Botanical Interest, how they have that kind of on the front. Yeah, so it does seem like longer than a lot of other brassicas, 85 to 110 days. They don't like it hot, but not only do we have the problem of when it's still hot in the fall. So maybe pushing back and planting later is better, but also through the winter things are going to grow slower, which means these are not going to grow that much until the sun starts to shift again and we start getting more sunlight hours, and then from there it's another short window before we start getting hot. So I wanted to sow these in 2 successions to test my luck and see what happens with, you know, an earlier planting and a later planting. My ones last year started, well, it was this year that they started making little Brussels sprouts, but it was so hot. They were covered in aphids. Like, I didn't get anything off of that. So I'm hoping for a redemption arc. So because I already have some Brussels sprouts and I'm not that confident in them in the first place, I'll share that with the artichokes because artichokes get huge. I don't need 6. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be eating the artichokes. I think it's just a pretty plant. So there we go. I need to switch this battery out. It's dying. It's fully the next day. The camera started dying and then I just didn't come back. So we'll pick up where we left off. I'm gonna make my tags. I just noticed that when I sprayed the top of these tags started to erase. So I better keep a record of what these are for myself. Okay. Romanesco cauliflower, rapini, spring rob broccoli, burgundy broccoli, pink celery, sun king broccoli, 1 row of dazzling blue kale, 1 row of red Russian kale. This is Hanson Improved Crisp Head lettuce, the mini truckus red lettuces, full-size red romaine, and then I kind of started to notice up here first. So green globe, this is the artichoke, those are Brussels sprouts, this is all seasons cabbage, and then this is the red acre cabbage. So there we go. Alright, I'm finally all done, so that'll do it for this video. I hope you start your own fall garden, and I wish you abundant harvests. Thanks for watching. Bye.